Hi everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar. I am having close to 16 plus years of experience in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. I have worked with more than 12 software organizations around the globe. I would like to introduce you all a DevOps School's flagship certification program in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. This program will get started in the weekends, so get enrolled. Please contact us on the phone number given on the screen, and in fact you can email us on the contact@DevOpsSchool.com. One is router table, and in this one internet gateway, and what else? You need a NAT gateway. So internet gateway is there, NAT gateway is there, security groups and all, you know, understand very well. So that is. So these are the things you need to have a functional VPC. If you want our VPC to be functional, these are the things. Okay. So how do we design? In the VPC, you have to have a design skills also. So what I will do, I'll show you an image. Any image you pick it up, that will be sufficient. So VPC in AWS image, and let me see if this image is good. And I think this image is good. No, I think this image is very good in fact, but I want one public private. I think this is all. Let me try some more simpler one. I think this is more simpler to get started. Okay. So now you see that here. Carefully.
Hello, sorry, please. A quick one, please. So this diagram, this VPC shows that a VPC is an availability zone.
What is said?
I said I'm asking that this VPC from this diagram shows that a VPC is an availability zone.
No. You see that here. This is the VPC, and yes, this is in A, and I mean availability zone A1 and B2, both. That's what I draw. See here. This is a VPC, and it's partly available in A also and B also. Okay. But yeah. So let's design this VPC. How do you design? Let me tell you here. This is one of the important things which you have to design. Now, if you see that this is the boundary of VPC, very carefully look at this. Okay, so this is the boundary. Okay, now if you look at this here, this resources, this is the EC2 instance, multiple EC2 instance, is created in availability zone 1, and this resources got created in availability zone 2. Agree with me, all of you?
Yes.
Now what we do, actually, I'll tell you what we do. This is a large VPC. So what we do typically, we create a subnet. Subnet means, see, VPC is a one network. I'll put it in a simple way. This is a network, and this large network, you have to create a subnet. To give you the context, let's understand this way. There is an office, okay, and office has a big network. So what they will do, they have multiple departments. Office, I'm talking about your office. They'll have a multiple project or department. So what they will do, within a same network, they will divide the multiple subnetwork. Okay, so they can manage easily. So they can allocate the list of IP address to each department or project. you must be hearing this word subnet or network. Hey, my subnetwork is range is this one. Other projects people will say, hey, my subnet network range is different. So in this context, because we are talking the data center, here you will see that, okay, you want to run some machines for the web, some machines for app, and some machine for database. Are you understanding? So this is the web tier, this is the app tier, this is the database tier. So usually what you will do, you will create a 3 subnets here. So here you see the 3 subnets. So then you will say, Rajesh, right side also there is a subnet here,
No.
here web tier, app tier, database tier. Why is that? Guys, there's some background noise coming from someone. Can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? Yeah. So here, so any idea why we have created web tier subnet in availability zone 1 also, and web tier means the place where the subnet where we are running the web services. App tier means app services. Database tier means database services. Any idea?
There are 2 different regions, right? So
No. This is the one region only I'm talking about. See here, AWS, this is the region. One region. Why we have a 2 subnets for web, but in a different availability zone?
Your subnets cannot cross the availability zones.
No. Think simple. I talk what is use of availability zone?
In case there's a problem with the one, you can fall on the other one.
Yes. So here web tier you are having in this availability zone also and this availability zone also. Why? Because if this is not working, this will take care of your traffic. Remember, availability zone was created for availability, making your system availability. So here actually, you know what? Here in this design, the image which I am showing you, here you have a 6 subnet. So subnet has to be AJ specific, availability zone specific. You cannot create subnet in, remember that, network you can create across the availability zone. Subnet you cannot create across the availability zone. So subnet has to be in either in availability zone 1 or either availability zone 2. Okay. So here what we did, we created a 2 subnet which will contain the web EC2. Web means front end. Okay, then here again we created a 2 subnet. This is the private subnet. So if you see that this subnet is public subnet, we call it public subnet. Why? Because this subnet, that end user can enter in your data, applications, and this is a private subnet. This is also private subnet. That means what is the when you say a private subnet and public subnet? So private subnets do not have internet actually. Okay, private subnet do not have internet. Only public subnet is having internet. So what happens? See here. Look at my line. From the outside internet, they will hit to the internet gateway. Internet gateway which is providing the internet to your VPC. Without internet gateway, you will not have internet. So from the gateway, they will go to the route table. Route table, which is this is the one item. Route table is the rules saying that hey, you want what kind of services, and transfer to load balancer, and load balancer balancing this instance and this instance. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so here after that EC2, this is the verse here, will go to the internal load balancer to the route table, and here they will talk to app server, and app server will talk to database server.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me simplify this image. Probably you will get confused. So here what happens? This is the region. Very simple way I'm putting up. And this is a VPC. And VPC, I divided, I'll have a two public I'll divide, let's say have a, this is AJ is 1 and this is AJ2. So here what I decided, I'll have a web, 1 subnet created, and there's a 1 subnet created. I will decide private subnet also. This is a one private subnet. This is also private subnet. Now what I will do, There's an internet gateway here. All the traffic come from outside to here, and then read the route table. Route table will go and say go to the load balancer of this one. And here internally we'll create one more load balancer and load balancer. Why? Because it will load balance these two. So it's a web and app.
So effectively one load balancer for the web tier and one load balancer for the app tier.
Right, yeah. This is how we design.
I have a question actually, like, this is, so you were talking about a company example, right? So company will have like different regions as well. So like, let's say we have someone in like Asia Pacific and then, AMR, so we'll have like different regions as well, right? So is that like different VPCs that will be created for different regions?
Yeah, so in that case, what they will do, they'll create a VPC here and they will create a VPC there, and through the dedicated network, they will attach to two VPCs, and VPC peering also happens, and they will attach that. Just a second.
What is VPC? What VPC clearing?
Just a second. It's not going up. VPC peering. There's a two services needed to connect the data center. This is the VPC peering. Let me show you the image through. See here. So here you have a VPC. So they will peer this. That means they'll create a route table. This is a route table. Cursor you can follow. And here it say, hey, if you're trying to connect from this machine to this machine through the peering, you can connect. So you have to create a route table with VPC peering. There's one more services which I am having somewhere here, peering connections. So you can merge these two VPCs and create a common connections. There is one more way, and that is there's one more way which is called merging two VPC across region. I'm not able to recall that. Oh, just a second. Yeah, so not coming. It's okay. So here go to the networking and you have CloudFront. This is the one. So CloudFront, which basically a global content delivery network. You can also use the direct connect for dedicated network connection to AWS. So direct connect depends on your use cases between the here. So now if you see that, so here you see, so here this is the customer network and this is your VPC, Amazon VPC, and between these two you have a direct connect, and direct connect again is a paid service. You can connect to the VPC, your VPC, and that customer network. Got it? Here AWS direct.
But it's going to a virtual private gateway, right? Is it from there? Is it going to, so from the client on top, is it always going to go to the VPC subnet one?
No, depends on the what routing table you have internally. They will go for that. So in routing table, you are saying, hey, anyone who wants to talk to from the customer network to the this public network some range. So it depends on the routing table. So this is a high level picture. Again, VPG, when you configure that route table, you have to configure, and accordingly you can control the access.
Do you have any example of how the route table will look like? What exactly happens there?
Nothing. Route table, you have a from which source you will connect. This route table you created by default actually when we create this one, the route table. So route table is a rule. Okay, I'll put you the concepts. This is a route. Don't get confused with the route table. Route table is a rule. What rule? So it says, hey, any traffic which is receiving on this one source, and let's redirect it to the destination. That's all. Something simple. Okay, so here if you see that there is only one route table I'm having in the default VPC.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.